Welcome, this is the Homework Tutors going over the STAAR Test 2017 for 7th grade math. This video will cover questions 1 through 8. For number 1, Marie bought 6 packets of tomato seeds. Each packet contained 24 seeds. She planted 1 packet of the seeds and 15 seeds sprouted. Which statement about the seeds in the remaining packets is best supported by this information? So basically, I underlined the 2 key points that we need to pay attention to. We know from at least 1 packet we got 15 seeds, so we're going to estimate that that's at least around something close to the number that we can get from each packet. So we're going to do 15 seeds times the 6 packets that she bought, and that's going to get us 90 seeds. And then we just simply go down A through B to see which one fits with our answer. So for A, it says no more than 50 seeds will sprout. We definitely know we will get more than 50 just on the basis of around 50 seeds. 15 seeds is going to come from each packet. So we definitely know we're going to get more than 50. B says between 50 and 100 seeds will sprout. That is the correct answer. C and D are not correct because C says at least 100 but no more than 120 will sprout. We can't guarantee that 100, considering 1 packet just sprouted 15. So we can't guarantee that at least 100. We might say at least 90 or close to 90, but we can't definitely guarantee to say at least 100. And that also applies for D. We cannot say that all 120 seeds will sprout. So the answer for that one is B. Number 2, triangle ABC is similar to triangle FGH. So in this problem, since they're similar, we're going to do the proportions and do the cross multiplying. And as you can see, I have the dashed line showing the matching size of each one. And so you can understand how I set up the problem. So we have x over 18 from triangle FGH, and then we have 15 over 12 from triangle ABC. Cross multiply, you're going to get 12x, and then you need to multiply 15 times 18, which will get you 270. You need to divide both of those by 12 to get x by itself, which will result in 22.5, which you can see that answer is F. For number 3, it says if x equals 14, which equation is true? So all I did is simply plug in the number 14 into the equation and just simply work them out. A, we got 18 equal to 44, so we know that's not equal, so that's not right. When we worked out B, the answer came to -6, which is not equal to 6, so we couldn't use that one. For C, 22 was equal on both sides, so we knew that was the answer. In this case, there's no need to do D because we have already figured out C is equal, and no need to waste time doing D once we figure out our answer. For number 4, a utility line runs underground through Shane's rectangular background. Shane is not allowed to dig within 3 feet of the utility line. The diagram below shows the dimensions of Shane's backyard in feet. The dashed line represents the utility line. What is the area in square feet of the part of the backyard in which Shane is allowed to dig? So in this case, we need to find the area. And this might be a situation where you might need to use your reference sheet. If you're not familiar with the area equation, it'll be on there. So to find the area, we're going to use base times height. And we're going to find the area of 2 different areas. We need to find the area of the entire backyard, and then we need to find the area of the portion that we're not allowed to dig in, and we're going to subtract that to give us our final answer. So first we're going to find the portion of the entire backyard, which is going to be 22 for the base times 17 for the height, which is going to give us 374. And then we're going to find the part that digging is not allowed. And I actually have digging allowed. Should have put backyard. 374 is the backyard, the full backyard. And then the digging not allowed is where I have base down there about 3 feet to 3 feet. So We put that together, that's 6. The same height of 17, which is going to get us 102. We subtracted 374 from 102, and that's going to get us 272, which that answer is F. So a little bit of a two-step question there. Number 5, the table shows the prices of some breakfast items at a restaurant. Sarah ordered 2 eggs, a slice of bacon, and a glass of orange juice for breakfast. The sales tax for the order was 48 cents. She paid for her breakfast with a $10 bill. Then it shows us the menu of the items, and then it asks us how much change did she receive from the $10 bill. So this is a two-step problem in which we first need to add up all of the things that she ordered. So add up 169 twice because she got 2 eggs. Add up 149 for the bacon, 109 for the juice, and then 48 cents for the tax. When you add that all together, you'll get a total of $6.44. We then, for step 2, need to take her $10 bill and subtract the amount spent, which was $6.44, leaving us with a change in leftover amount of $3.56, which matches with A for our final answer. 6. The box plot shows data about the number of years foreign workers have been employed at each of 2 forms. Which statement is best supported by the information in the box plots? So first of all, you need to understand box plots. So let's look at either one. We can just say form A, form X, for example. So the very first dot there, to find the range. Okay, let's go through the letters. So for F, it says the range of the data from form Y is equal to the range of the data from form X. Okay, so in order to find the range, you take the 2 dots at the very beginning and end, subtracting from each other, and that's how you find the range, basically finding the in between. For form Y, that comes out to be 25. For form X, that comes out to be 31. So those are not equal to each other, so that cannot be our answer. For G, it says the third quartile of the data from form Y is less than the third quartile of the data from form X. So the third quartile is when you look at the box, the rectangular box, you're looking at the third dot. So basically the dot at the end of the box or towards the right side of the box. For form Y, that comes down to 27. For form X, that comes down to 24. So Y is actually more, not less than form X. So therefore, that answer cannot be true for us. We cannot select that answer. For H, it says the median of the data from form Y is greater than the median of the data from form X. So for the median, we're looking at the dot in the middle of the box. So the dot in the middle of each box. For form Y, that dot comes down to 18. For form X, that dot comes down to 17. So that would make that true because the form Y is greater than the median of form X. So H is our actual answer. And for J, I just went ahead and did J, the first quartile, which would be the first dot of the box, or the dot all the way to the left side. Form Y is 12, form X is 15. So Y is not greater, therefore that is not true. So H is your answer for number 6. For number 7, Lauren's father gave him 200 baseball cards each week. Lawrence purchased 25 baseball cards to add to his collection. Which inequality can be used to find W, the number of weeks after starting his collection when Lawrence will have more than 750 baseball cards in his collection? So instantly, A and B can be crossed out because it's just stated in the question that we want Lawrence to have more than 750 baseball cards, which means A and B will not work because on the equation side, it has the equation being less than 750. So those instantly can be marked out. So that leaves us with C and D. And you just have to read the question and just make sure you're setting up the equation correctly. So we have 200 cards. We know he has that already initially. And then we know he's going to be doing 25 cards each week. The W stands for week. And so we just need to know how many weeks Did he purchase 25 cards, and then we would add that to the 200 cards to get our final answer. And so our answer is D, which is basically, it was just the same thing I have. It's just flip-flopped in reverse. So it's the exact same thing, it's just reverse. D is our answer. C cannot be the answer, just if you're wondering. C cannot be the answer because 200 is the initial amount of baseball cards he has. He's not going to be purchasing 200 cards per week. So that's why C will not work. And lastly, 8, a circular tablecloth has a radius of 2.5. Cal is sewing a piece of ribbon around the edge of the tablecloth. If Cal has exactly enough ribbon, which measurement is closest to the length of the piece of ribbon in feet? This is a case where we would need to go back and reference the reference sheet to get the equation for the circle if you do not already have it memorized. The equation is wrote down there, 2 times pi times radius. So we just plug in the numbers, 2 times 3.14 for pi times 2.5 for the radius. Once you multiply all those together, you're going to get 15.7. And you can see that that matches G. So that it will be your final answer. So that has been questions 1 through 8 for the 2017 version STAAR Test for 7th grade math. Please tune back in for the second part, in which we'll go through more questions of the STAAR Test.